Greetings, this is Rusty Thundertrod, and today I'm going to talk about the next week of open beta for Monsters and Memories. See, I've done quite a bit and I don't have all that much more, so I'm just going to kind of update some of the stuff that I've talked about before now that I've got some more experience under my belt. But I'm going to be coming at this from, well, everybody will tell you that you need to be in a group, that the game is so much better to be in a group. I prefer to play with myself. I really, really do like to play with myself. My mom says I shouldn't play with myself. My wife says I shouldn't play with myself, but I prefer to play with myself. Even in MMOs, I prefer to play with myself. So I'm going to give you some starting tips of how to play with yourself here in the upcoming open week. I'm going to go with Beastmaster to show you how to play with yourself as a Beastmaster because it's the class I am the most familiar with. Most of what I'm going to say will apply to all the other melee classes as well. It's not Beastmaster specific, but it's more Beastmaster focused, I would say. Because most of the things I'm going to say will still apply to any of the knight classes or any of the other melee DPS classes. Alright, so to walk through this, I'm going to create a new character. Alright, and of course I'm going to choose a Beastmaster since I'm kind of choosing to be a Beastmaster for this demonstration since, like I said, it's my best class. Alright, now, down here there's two possible starting areas. Night Harbor and Evershade Weld. Night Harbor is going to be so very, very badly overcrowded, I won't even bother with it. Technically, there's the Underdark is in the game, but nobody actually starts there yet. That might be coming soon. Also, I need to point out that all these classes are being reworked, so everything I'm going to tell you about being a Beastmaster now is going to become obsolete here within the next couple of months. So this is literally just for this upcoming week of open beta. So, to get away from Night Harbor and start in Evershade Weld, you have to be either a Wood Elf, which I think this Wood Elf is going to have a really hard time playing with himself, or a Halfling. The Halfling looks like he is able to play with himself. And I think the Halfling is actually one of the better character models in the game. I play an Ogre myself, but yeah, so let's go with a Halfling Beastmaster. Alright, I don't care what this looks like, so I'm going to just let it go. And choose male or female. So, while women do play with themselves too, men are more well known for playing with themselves. So, alright, and then choose a deity. This really doesn't do anything right now. At some future point, it will do something. So, really seems good. Alright. Now over here on the other side, you have your starting stats. Alright, strength is your carry weight and your damage with all weapons. Melee and range, stamina is your hit points. Dexterity is your ability to hit. Agility is your ability to not get hit with Intelligence is mana and spell damage. Wisdom is mana and healing. Charisma is basically for barding and charms. Now as a Beastmaster, there's no point in putting any points in Charisma. I like dexterity for the accuracy. Some strength for more damage. 1 point in agility is fine. Has a halfling, you already get a bonus to wisdom, so no sense in putting more into wisdom. So I'm going to go ahead and bump strength up to 24. Previously, I suggested going all in on dexterity for the accuracy, but that doesn't matter as much as I thought it did, especially as a Beastmaster. Alright, now after your main stats, you choose your traits. Major trait, if you're starting in the Weld, I highly recommend disease resistance. Because there is so much disease here in the Weld that it's a very, very helpful. Alright. And then for major non-combat, just go Master Artisan. For minor combat, I am going to go with Warrior. This starts your offense at level 5, which is basically starting with 5 skill points in offense is basically equivalent to being level 2. This will help your ability to hit right off the bat with weapons so much. Long term, it doesn't do much of anything. If you were not playing with yourself, then one of these others might be useful to start off with a slightly better weapon. But yeah, for playing with yourself, you really should be a warrior. And then minor, you have basically a whole bunch of crafting things to choose from. I choose leather worker because starting with 25 leather working, you will start off with a leather working kit which doubles as a bag, so you get a free bag, and you start off with the ability to make bags. And in the Weald, you have a lot more access to rawhide than you do in Night Harbor. So it is a good choice for your starting profession. I'm going to just random a name. Imbire. Okay. Next. I must assign my remaining traits. Oh, yeah. Okay. Then actually click confirm, so there we go. And then start up here in the Weld. For Lindoril. And let's enter the world. Alright, now has a newly minted Beastmaster. You start off with 2 scrolls. You need to right click on these and learn these right away. Alright, now drag strike over here to your ability bar. You can go ahead and drag weak heal over too. This weak heal is okay on a shaman, but it's pretty much pointless on a Beastmaster. Alright. Now as you can see, I'll start off with Trainee's Leatherwork Kit, and this will act as a bag. Trainees claws. This is something only Beastmasters get. This is going to be a bigger focus of the Beastmasters after the rework. But right now, the trainee claw is the only claw you can get I've seen in the game so far. So at some point, you're just going to want to grab a different weapon. This guy here, a shady trader. He will buy everything from you at a fairly low price. But you can buy stuff from him and then sell it to one of the proper merchants up in the trees for a profit. Now, this is one of those annoying elevator cities. So in order to call the elevator, you have to come over here on this platform and then click on this rope. Of course, everybody uses the same elevator, so it's not exclusive to you. And if there's nobody else around, you have to ring the bell again to make the lift start working. And the exit to the elevator is not the same side as the entrance. Now this is another will buy anything, but since you have to come up here, it usually doesn't have a very good inventory. And then you read the signs and it will tell you where important stuff is to find. Drogo the grocer will buy most of your meat and animal parts. So if you find, the shady merchant downstairs has a bunch of wolf blood, buy it, bring it up here and sell it to Drogo. And then there will be some in the inn. But I'm going to try to catch the elevator here before it goes back down. At least it doesn't have the crushing door that from the Undercity. Also, you'll start off with this note. If you read this and follow the instructions carefully, you won't get a quest marker, but if you read it and follow the instructions carefully, you'll be able to find your trainer. Now, once you leave the city, I'm going to leave the city the other way over here. Alright, this is a good grind spot right over here. You just go across the skeletons. We'll drop cloth scraps, which you can make for doing bandages or to make cloth armor. They drop cloth armor, and they drop some rusty weapons. So overall, they're great to fight. I won't bother with any of the bugs or the dryads. This ogre's having a bad day. Somebody's been killing bugs over here. But you will also find orc scouts, which are good to fight, and you will find wolf pups. Wolf pups drop low quality hides, which you can process into rawhide, and then you can use that to make bags for your character. Oh, somebody casts a Speed of the Wild, sow. I'm a sow now. I'm a sow playing with himself. Now, as a Beastmaster at level 2, you can train to get your pet, and you can train to get a buff which will increase your offense by 5, which it's a permanent, always on group buff. So once you have it, you have an excellent chance to hit all the time, so you won't have the miss thing that other characters tend to have. But this is all I wanted to say about playing with yourself here in Monsters and Memories. Thank you very much for watching.